Hey guys, today we're gonna talk about hanging out and stuff, and I'm a little bit hungry, so I'm having these garlic breads. Oh my god, I wish you could smell them. They smell so good. I got them at the supermarket. Well, my parents got them at the supermarket because one of my friends was talking about it, and I was like, you didn't just say that. You didn't just say that. I have to try them. So yeah, today we're gonna talk about hanging out because here's the thing. I just came out of an exemption. Oh my god, this is so good. Excuse me for the noise. You're going to be hearing this the entire video. During exam season, one of my friends was a little bit bored because she didn't really have any exams coming during those days. And none of her friends from her town, because she lives in a town kind of far away from the school. And she wasn't down in her hometown, and her friends from her hometown couldn't hang out, or maybe they didn't want to, who knows. But the thing is, she was so bored at home, she was like, I don't know what to do, you know what I mean? Like, what do I do? And here's the problem. It's okay, listen, it's totally okay to want to hang out with friends. I'm gonna grab a napkin and some water. And it's totally okay to want to hang out with friends. Like, I don't want to be one of those people who are, like, grinds and mites at whatever. Who are like, oh my god, like, you don't need friends at all. Like, you are your own best friend. Like, you shouldn't be hanging out with anybody. You're better than all of them. You're here grinding whilst everybody's just fucking fooling around and shit. This is not that, okay? This is not that. Of course it's good to hang out with friends. Like, we are social animals. We are human. We are social animals. We depend on that. But the thing is, like, you need a hobby. All you need is a hobby. Like, if you had something to do, if you had something that you love doing when you're at home, I mean, you could also watch a TV show. Or listen to music or whatever. But or a movie. But if you're bored, I don't know. Sometimes you have to entertain yourself, you know what I mean? I don't know if it's because I'm an only child. When I was a kid, I would get bored sometimes alone. And sometimes my dad would play fucking dolls with me. That was so much fun. But when I grew older, I tapped into blogging. I was a blogger for most of since I was 11 and until I was 17. Pretty much until I started college. And I was really bored because I had that hobby. I had that thing that I loved doing. And I was ambitious about it. You know what I mean? Like, I would post every fucking day during summer. Also on Christmas break. Every weekend. You know? Like, I had that hobby. That thing that made me excited when I was alone. You know? And I think this is the reason why a lot of people who are this age are so insecure, and they depend emotionally. They depend so much on relationships, friendships. They just can't be alone. They can't stand themselves alone. You know what I mean? They don't know what to do with themselves alone. You know what I mean? They get bored. They don't know what to do. You know? They need people to feel loved and to feel like they are enough. And alone time is important. And I realized this last week because I always have alone time. You know what I mean? I have more alone time than social time. And I enjoyed that. But this week I had way more social time than alone time. You know what I mean? Like, I would get home, like, really late at night. Not really late, like, maybe, like, 10, 11 p.m. Because, like, I was on an internship from 9 to 2. And then at 2, I would hang out with my friends. I would eat with them or whatever. And then we would keep hanging out and stuff like that. We would go to a coffee shop or whatever. Or maybe we would go to the mall or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, that was my entire week last week. And then on Friday, I was emotional as fuck. Like, I was scrolling through fucking Instagram Reels and then TikTok and then YouTube Shorts. Like, I was just doom scrolling. And I found myself crying at every sad clip. I mean, were they really sad clips? They were. But I was crying at everything. At everything. I was like, why the fuck am I crying about everything? And it was because I didn't have that alone time. Because I would also go home and talk to my parents about everything that happened, which is kind of like, okay, like, obviously it's family time and that's, like, people say, like, it's not negotiable. But, and it's not because you feel like you have to do it. It's just because, I mean, you have to want to do it. You know what I mean? And, because it's your fucking parents or your family. You know what I mean? And, but because I wasn't spending so much time alone doing things or thinking about stuff, like rethinking about everything that happened, because that's how my brain works. That's how I need to do it. And I didn't have that alone time, and I was crying. Because I wasn't regulating my emotions. You know what I mean? I wasn't, like, letting it out. You know what I mean? As an ambivert, the way I recharge is by being alone, spending time alone, and also hanging out with people. You know what I mean? If I'm alone so much for a while and I don't interact with people, I crash. And if I spend so much time with people without being alone, I crash. You know what I mean? I need a balance. I'm not saying you need to build a company, you have to make a YouTube channel, make a blog or whatever. I'm not saying you have to do that. But I know. Learn a skill, play an instrument, learn a language. I don't know, find a passion. Find something that you really like that you can do alone. Fuck painting. Do painting, fucking drawing. I don't fucking know. Like, something like that. I don't know. Like, do that. I don't know. Or, like, I don't know. Put together outfits and post them on Pinterest. You know what I mean? Think about outfit ideas and post them on Pinterest. You know what I mean? There's so many things you can do. And so many things you can be excited about alone. Being excited about things in life does not always have to involve other people. You know? It only has to be you by yourself in your room or at home and doing whatever, you know? Me? I'm excited about this. I'm making a video, posting it on YouTube, whatever. I mean, there's a social element to it because, like, supposedly there's going to be people watching. Right now, nobody watches my videos, but one day there's going to be people watching, so there's this, like, social element to it, but right now, I'm just happy alone doing this, you know? And that's cool to me, you know? You know what I mean? You don't need, like, I just don't understand, like, why people just can't be, like, alone or whatever. It's like, I don't know what to do. Like, I'm so bored. I don't know, find something to do. Find something to do. Because then, if you're bored, listen, it's okay to be bored. You know what I mean? You have to allow yourself to be bored. But then when you're bored, what do? You doom scroll. Or, I don't know, you start thinking about bad things. And by bad things, I mean, imagine you have a crush on someone. You're getting over them. Once you're bored, you're going to think about them again. This happened to me last summer. Because I didn't have much to do. So I would think about them. That happens. You know? One of my friends, a similar thing happened to her. She was constantly thinking about her crush. And also very existential, like, things. You know what I mean? Like, life and turning a certain amount of years old and thinking about, like, getting married, having kids, and it's like, wait, slow down. We're in college, girl, like, calm down. If you live in the moment, you're not going to be thinking about the past, the future, you know what I mean? You're not going to be going to past conversations that you've had with whoever it is. someone you like, someone, I don't know, you were friends with, and now you're not friends with them. Somebody who hurt you, somebody who left your life. You're not going to be worried about the future. You're not going to be reliving the past and rethinking about it. Oh my gosh, should I have more? Because I feel like if I have more, I don't know. Like, I'm on a diet, you know what I mean? I shouldn't have too many of these. You know what I mean? I should just dinner. But I'm waiting for my parents because they haven't arrived home yet. Sorry. I don't know. Oh, okay, one more. Only one more. Just one. Okay? So, yeah. The thing is, and I made videos about this, like, your mind can be your worst enemy. Like, if you have a crush you want to get over, you have a problem that you want to get over mentally, you gotta get out of your house. Gotta start doing something you like. And if you really truly want to value yourself as a person, and if you really, like, I think you can really understand your value as a person, as an individual, as alone, when you have fun by yourself. And when you're really happy by yourself, alone. Like, that's when you really feel full, you know what I mean? On your own. That's why we all, even if you're an extrovert, we all need alone time. We all need alone time. And like I said, I think a lot of people, they don't spend a lot of time alone. And they don't know who they are as a person, as an individual. Because they don't even spend time alone. They haven't found themselves. They don't know who they are. Why they're in this world. What they're put in this world to do. But they don't spend time alone trying to figure that out. You know? So yeah, this got very existential, but it is true. You don't need other people to have fun. As well as you don't need a drink to have fun, you also don't need other people to have fun. And being alone has a lot of advantages. I'll tell you that. Like, one of the big reasons why I'm confident as a person was because a lot of my self-growth, like me developing myself as a person, developing skills and whatever, like, and all the things that I've achieved, most of the time I was alone, you know what I mean? Like, studying, I was alone in my room, you know what I mean? Learning a second language, I was alone in my room, you know what I mean? Like, all these realizations, all these things that I've been thinking about, and all this thinking, like, deep self-analysis that I've done, alone, you know what I mean? You need that alone time, you know what I mean? So yeah, I hope this helped anyone out, and I'll help you. And I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.